And we're off. So let's tell everybody how you are doing today, July.
I am doing fabulous. Every day we wake up is a blessing. So I'm here.
Especially with what we're
I'm
going
ready.
through right now. What we're going through is
Yes.
very interesting. It's very interesting. But with that being said, you got some real things during this coronavirus. Some people get down, but it don't seem like that's bothering you at all. You are just
It's,
moving out.
I definitely feel bad for the people and everything that's going on right now with the pandemic.
Mhm.
Of course, I want to send my prayers out to everybody because it's a horrible thing.
Right.
Whether it's affecting you, personally or just somebody or whatever. It's a horrible thing for us to be going through right now around the world. So I definitely want to send my prayers out, but I try not to never let anything get me down. I try to keep them positive vibes going all the time.
And you know what? I can see that in your feed. Like, I'm going to tell you, it's refreshing, honestly, to see a woman, especially going back to your watching your feed and going and listening to your music. And it's refreshing that you're not on there talking about how detrimental it is. I love the post where you were like, am I the only one that quarantine doesn't seem to be affecting? And I feel like that. I think what happens is that positivity that you have is coming into your feed. And I love that. So I want to talk about, you just had a release, you just did a video. Let's talk about what you got going on, girl.
I did. I got so much going on right now. First of all, my single Waves has been out for about a month and a half. I shot a video for it. Director True Vision from Pittsburgh came down to Ohio and showed me love, and we shot the video for Waves. It was actually just featured on Hip Hop Weekly's Monday mixtape. They do a Monday mix show every Monday, and so he featured on there. DJ Nectar, shout out to him.
All right,
And
shout out DJ Nectar. I don't even know you yet.
DJ Nectar, y'all look him up. He's connected with Hip Hop Weekly, so it's definitely a good thing, especially coming from where we come from. It's hard to really get that motivation and try to get out there and do things. So I'm grateful. I'm thankful for everybody that's behind me and pushing me to move forward.
I love it though. Your pathway, anytime you can follow in the trails, and I like the beginnings. This is the part, the grind. This is when you have the most energy and you're so dedicated to it. This is when it matters the most, and I can see that in what you're doing. And actually I love it. So tell me about, when did you decide, I'm just about to do this? I'm diving deep in. Was it something that you did your whole entire life, or did you just decide, you know what, I'm good at it and I need to keep going?
You know what? This is in my roots for real. Like I'm one of those people that come from like the gospel family background.
Okay.
So my mom, sisters, they was deep into the gospel. They had their own group coming up. They was out there. You know what I mean? And I was doing this hustle and trying to really get out there. And then I took a break. I went to college. I got 3 degrees, girl. That was the real grind. But I did what I had to do. And then after that, I went out into the world and I went into the corporate world, and started working and stuff like that. And then I was like, like it just didn't feel like that was what I was meant to do. So
Mm-hmm.
you know what your destiny is and what your calling is. And pretty much like you said, one day I just said, I'm going to do this, this is what I can do. I always was asking myself, what
Listen,
are you
I'm
good
gonna
at?
let
What
you
can
know,
you
I'm grateful for you and your family, all of your family having that in it and being embedded, because you think about it now. If we wanted to have an R&B song, who would we listen to?
do?
We got all kind of stuff. So when I was listening to your music, you got such a vibe. I love that. I listened to Up. That's the one I listened to. UP.
Yeah, that's my newest release. I was going to tell you about
I
that.
knew I
I
would listen.
yesterday, girl. Like I
Oh, okay then. Hi. Yes. Hey, listen, I want to take a moment. Look, everybody, I want to take a moment, make sure y'all, I'm going to shout out, check her out on Instagram, listen to her new release. It's UP. I guess that's Up. Is that an acronym? Or
yeah, Up. It's called Up. That's what it
okay,
is.
Up. Okay. I was wondering if it meant anything. There's sometimes some hidden meanings behind. So tell me your favorite song so far on the release.
I've had singles out. I'm gonna have to say Waves was probably Waves was probably my favorite single that I put out. And I think a big part of that was because that was the first song that I did that I put a video with it. You
Yeah.
know, so I got tools to go with it, which I definitely think now with Up, I'm gonna do the same thing because that song is just a straight move. I
Yeah.
mean, even when I first heard the production to it, shout out to 6 Points, I was like, this is dope. Like I said, this is dope. And like soon that's how I write. It's weird, but like as soon as I hear a beat, I know like if I'm gonna write a song to this and it's gonna be a vibe and people's gonna want to listen to it. So that's how I write, and that's exactly what it was with this track Up.
That is wonderful, man. I mean, it's relatable, you know. I'm gonna go back and listen to it some more because I want to make sure what platforms can we get the full song on, because it's not the full song on the Instagram. Should we go to SoundCloud?
Right. You can go. I don't upload all of my songs are not uploaded to SoundCloud. I'm on Spotify, I'm on iTunes, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, everywhere. Like YouTube, I have an official artist channel on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm an independent artist, so
And
I
I
learned
was
all this
asking
stuff
that.
and grinded it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was going to ask you that. That was one of my questions, whether you were going to, which route you were going to take, because we all have heard how detrimental this path can be. We just seen what Meg Thee Stallion went through in her, was that her? That was her. Yeah, what she went through,
Yeah.
her thing. So I really admire your journey. I admire that you're taking that stance. Was there anybody who influenced that decision, or did you just from the beginning decide I'm in this for the long haul and I'm gonna make that decision on my own?
You know, initially, whenever I started back out with this grind, I was like, I was still thinking in the old ways of how they said, you had to get a record deal to do this and to really make it. And then, like, the more I learned the game and how it is now, like, you really don't need a label. You are your own label. Like, you can do this independently. You just got to put the work in. And then if you get a good team behind you, you're gone. You know what I mean? And I have that. Like I found, my manager is from Michigan, and
Okay.
he taught me a lot. Like he taught me a whole lot about this industry because he's worked with majors and indie artists.
Mhm.
So that's kind of where my connect was. And I mean, I'm still on the fence. It's not that I wouldn't sign, but it's just the fact that I know this game now. So I know how to be an independent artist and try to climb and make it on my own.
Yeah, see, and I love that. I love it, especially since you're a woman. It's sometimes a lot of the things they get swept under the rug when it comes to giving the explanation to us. They don't give us the whole story. And I love
Right.
that you're demanding that, and that you want, like, you have a desire you're learning the game. You're not just letting the game. You're not just playing the game, and I admire that for sure, for sure.
And that's one big thing about me is like empowerment for women. Like I want to teach, I have daughters, so I want to teach little girls. I want them to see that like you can do this. You know what I mean? Like it just takes a little bit of hustle and grind. But like I said, if you keep the right people around you, then you could do anything that you want to accomplish. And like you said, just being a woman, that's important
Yeah.
because a lot of times like we have to depend on the men to teach us different things, and just like they said, it's a man's world, but it's really not. You just got to learn what they know
Yeah.
and use it to your advantage.
Yes, yes. So, what would you tell to the young women that, like, I love that you want to be positive and have that aspiration to not only be in the music industry and the R&B industry, but you also have a dual passion of being a part of helping women be better at what we do on a regular basis. And I think we could all use that little push and that little pull. What advice would you give to someone, especially at the time that we're going through right now? What would you say to them to pull through the coronavirus and make it possible so like they can do anything? What would you tell them?
Man, the one thing that I've really learned as I've been on this journey, because it's so hard, like you want to give up every week. You really do want to give up. But you just got to remember why you started doing whatever it is that you want to do, because everybody's not going to want to be a singer, a dancer in this industry. Everybody has their different goals and aspirations.
Mhm.
And the main thing that you have to remember is you have to find, you know, inside yourself why you wanted to do this, and remember that so you don't give up. Like, that's the main advice I can give you. Because if you never give up, eventually you're gonna make it.
Right, right. Yes. Listen, I want y'all to just listen to what she just said. Everybody who's listening, I love to bring my audience in because they are why we here. Like, y'all, outside of listen to her music, but she is not only here to come and bring us some fire R&B. She's here to also uplift and bring us up. You know, that's a wonderful combination. And I love your honesty. I absolutely admire your honesty. You know, throughout this journey of growth, a lot of people make it seem like it's this easy path and that you never want to give up. And they make, but I love, like you said, you want to give up every week. And the point is that you don't. The point is that you continue to progress through. And I love that. I really, really do love that. Do you want to have a whole album, or do you got like an album prepared, or tell us what we got coming up next? Because I know we got some singles. I know we got the up video.
So I've actually been working, I've written all my own music. Everything I came out with was, written by me. I work with some producers. Well, mainly I worked with this producer out of Michigan, but I have, like, my manager is actually another dope producer from Michigan, and we've been trying to get my EP done for a year. So my next move is to go get this EP done. Coronavirus is messing everything up with the travel plans. But as soon as this is over with, we are going to get that done. We're going to have a fire EP coming for y'all. I'm bringing out all the magic.
Well, if you need the video vixen.
Come on, girl.
I'll be in the background. I'll be your hype girl. Listen, I'll hype it up. I'll be like, yeah, go July. Go July.
That's what I love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love stuff like that. I got, I seen you had rapper on there. I'm not a rapper. I'm a singer. I try to dabble a little bit here and there, but I'm a singer though.
Yeah.
But I have another dope female artist from Atlanta. Her name is Crystal Lalucci. And she, like, me and her is like neck and neck because we try to empower each other. Even though she in Atlanta right now, I'm in Ohio. We going hard for each other every day. Okay. You know what I mean? So that's the goal.
Yes. Togetherness. We can't get nowhere by ourselves. That's what I love it. And then what we're doing right here, again, another collaboration. I'm not joking when I say I would be there to support you on your set. I'm not joking that I would be there. Like, if you wanted to, somebody if you hair and makeup, if you're doing it yourself right now, you want to talk about that, we could talk about that. I would just love to be a part of your movement, because it's a part of bringing women up and a part of making what you got great. Because no matter what, you going somewhere. Like you said, if you do not give up, there is no limits to where you gonna go.
Right.
It's all written in the sand, girl. You already got this. Let me keep going with my questions right here. So
Rayshone, I definitely got to shout out Diesel Dunlow for hooking me up with you, because I didn't know you right there next door to me. You know what I'm saying? So I have to shout him out for putting us together, because now we got this connection going, and we just gonna networking and growing together. So that's really dope.
That is so dope, man. Diesel, he's been a part. I've been knowing him for about 3 to 5 years now, and he was like, I got this young lady that I want you to interview, and I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, man, you good at it, and she is rocking it. She's she's a singer out here, and you're out the way though. You're not from necessarily Youngstown, correct?
But that's my area. I mean, I'm right around the corner from you. Like, Youngstown is it for me. That's where I went to college at. That's where I lived at. And then I moved to Columbus, and then came back to our area, and now I'm trying to get back out of here. So, we gotta. But
the pull is especially with what you're doing. You're in the art field, so it makes a difference when But I want to say, for real, even though we're here, and it can be some type of holding people back, it don't seem like it's doing that for you at all. I really admire your journey.
This is the only thing that holds you back. Your mind is what holds you back. You take the limits off of your mind, and you can go anywhere and do whatever you want to do, because the connections are there. I made mostly 99% of my connections I made through social media. And now I done networked with, I don't know how many people within a year. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take those limits off of your mind, and then you go on.
Yes, that's the truth. That's the truth. I have a woman empowerment event, so I'm going to definitely be reaching out to you because women need to hear your story. Women need, I speak to women just like you know, and I love that you're fighting past everything that you got, anything that has ever been in the way is no longer there. You are moving it all out the way. And I think that that's a story worth repeating over and over and over and over.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So again, we talked about this. We said we can find her music on Spotify and iTunes and all of the big
YouTube.
channels. YouTube, you definitely check out the YouTube because that's where you can subscribe. That's when you can get it regular. Hit the notification bell if you want to know when she uploads her new music, especially if you want to see when this new up video hit that feed. Definitely subscribe to her YouTube channel and hit that bell. Check her out on Instagram for sure, for sure. There's some previews on there. And if you vibe with her, then make sure you support her. Make sure you rock with her. Make sure you go support your girl. We appreciate all of your energy. We appreciate all of your time for being here and listening to us. Thank you so much, July, for coming on, man. I'm going to be watching you the whole way through, and I'm going to be right there just rooting you on, and hopefully I could be a helping hand into anything that's going to help your dreams become exactly the way you want them to be.
And thank you. I definitely appreciate you for giving me this opportunity to come on your show. And it's always beautiful talking to you. So I appreciate it. We're going to have many more to come.
Yes, girl. I'm telling you, I was in a music video before, but I'm embarrassed.
We're going to get you in there, girl. We're going to have you in the video.
I was in one before, and but so I was younger, and you know, I was just doing.
You know what I said, right? Don't put no limitations on nothing.
Yeah, you're right. We was trying to
We
keep.
ain't worried about that. This is the new wave now.
The new wave. All right, yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready. All right, stop recording.